Hi, my name is Lindsey Hoff. I'm an independent Jamberry consultant, and I'm going to show you how to take off your wraps. I've had these on for about 18 days now. What you're going to do first is break the seal around the edge of the nail. And then I use this Jamberry Lacquer and Wrap remover. And just get a cotton pad. This will help to remove the nail wrap. It's kind of like a nail polish remover, and just pops off like that. And then you clean your nails with it just to get any excess stickiness off. And then you'll continue to do this on the additional wraps. Just work it up and break the seal on the next one. And just continue doing this until all of your wraps have been taken off. Okay, that's one hand done. These are alcohol prep pads. Now that all of the wraps are off, I'm going to clean my nails. Just rub it to get any dirt or stickiness off that might be on from previous wraps. You could also wash your hand with Dawn dish soap. That will help to get some of the excess oils off. Okay, they are all cleaned. You can also use a cuticle stick to push back your cuticles if you need to do that. I use ORLY Bonder as a base coat. I have oily nails, so this helps them to the Jamberry wraps to stick down better. You don't really need much dry time on this. By the time you finish putting it on your nails, you can start putting a wrap on the first nail. Do my other hand really quickly. Okay, this is the Jamberry mini heater. Turn that on and let it get heated up. And I have chosen these two wraps, Fireball and Kaboom. And you will measure which wrap you need to use. I already know which ones I use, so you just take an orange stick and lift it up. You don't want to touch it, the backing, with your skin, or else it will get oils on the backing and it won't stick to your fingernail as good. And just use the mini scissors to cut the wrap in half. And you will heat it up for about 3 to 5 seconds. I do it until it starts to bend, and that's my signal that it's ready. And place on by your cuticle first, and then you will press on around the rest of your finger to get any bubbles out. I also pull on the tips to help the bubbles get out. You can use an orange stick for this as well. Once you've got all the air bubbles out, then you will trim off any excess. And file in a downward motion, only downward, so that it doesn't pull the wrap back off. And this will take off the remaining portion of the wrap and seal it around the edges. And that's one nail done. Since I've already measured for one thumb, I just do the other thumb at the same time. Makes it a little bit quicker for me. Once again, place down at the cuticle first, and then press on to get any air bubbles out. And pull on the tip just to make sure there's nothing on the sides that is bubbled up. And then trim off the excess. And file, once again, only in a downward motion, to seal the ends and get off the little remnants. Okay, thumbs done. I'm doing two different wraps, so I'm going to rotate this one is Kaboom. And follow the same steps that we followed with the thumb. Measure it out to the size that you need for your finger. Heat it for 3 to 5 seconds. Place down at the cuticle and press out any air bubbles. You'll find that the different finishes, some are easier than others to work out the bubbles. But if you just use pressure from either your finger or your orange stick, you can get all those bubbles worked out. And there are other methods for application as well. If you're having any troubles and this method isn't working for you, you can contact me and I will help you troubleshoot. That finger's done. Once you've done this as much as I have, you know the sizes that you need for your fingers. But until then, just measure out. You may have all different size fingers. You may have a whole bunch of the same size. But you can trim down any wraps that are too big if you need to. There we go. And those are done. And I'm gonna go finish these wraps and I'll be right back. all done. Now, after I have all the wraps on and bubbles out, I like to apply the Jamberry TruShine just to get a little extra time on my manicures. We've got top coat and base coat. You'll do the base coat first, and this just requires a very thin layer, so you can take most of it off of the brush. I do both of my thumbs first, cure, and then I'll do the rest of my fingers. Just easier that way for the light. You want to make sure not to get any of this on your skin, or else when it is cured, it will cause them to lift. This is the Jamberry LED curing light, and it is timed, so you just put your nails under until the light shuts off, and then they will be done. The curing process hardens the different coats that you put on if you're not sure what that's for. Also, if you haven't used gel before, when you put your fingers under the light, you might notice that it warms up your fingers a bit. That goes away after a second, and it usually means that you've put on a really thick layer. So next time you can put them on a little bit thinner. It won't be so hot. And that's one hand done with the base coat. I use this base coat and top coat TruShine over all of my manicures now, because it helps my wraps to stay on a little bit longer than they used to. I used to get about 2 weeks, and now I can go about 20 days. Got a little on my skin, take that off, and then a 40-second cure. Okay, now the base coat is done. Now we're going to move on to the top coat. Going to do the top coat the same way. Going to do just a thin layer. Directly on top of the base coat. You can also use this TruShine base coat and top coat with our lacquers and our gel colors. If you do that, you can use the base coat, then the color, and then the top coat. If you're using a gel for the color, you'll want to cure the color in between. Otherwise, you'll just want to make sure that the lacquer is completely dry before moving on to the top coat. Okay. And now the rest of my fingers. And when I do the base coat and then a color, I do use the alcohol prep pads to clean off the base coat after it's been cured. I just do a quick wipe down with the alcohol prep pad just to make sure that no particles have gotten onto it, because it does get sticky, like I said. So I'll clean that off and then I do the colors. All right. Last few fingers and we'll be all done. Doesn't take very long once you get the hang of it. The first couple times you may need to make some adjustments, but once you know how to work with your personal fingernails, then it's pretty quick and easy. We're all done with that top coat, so we can close it up. And that's it. Those two hands are all done. They are going to be a little bit sticky, so you'll want to use another alcohol prep pad to clean off the stickiness, or you can wash your hands with soap, and that will also help take it off. Just rub it down real quick and the sticky will be all gone. They'll be nice and hardened and protected. Ta-da! It's as easy as that. Thank you for watching.